Hi, it's 1010, and I'm back again with the 2022 Anunnaki Code, and we are on chapter 14. Excuse me. Who was Gibber, or who was the angel Gabriel? Origin, derived from Anaka Gibber, the numerical value delta 1000, meaning an Anunnaki personage with mighty powers and major influence on the creation of the human race. Angel Gabriel is not totally and exactly what the Judeo-Christian tradition portrays. The original name is Gibrail, the guardian of Jannat Adan, or Eden, or Garden of Eden. In Sumerian and in Anaka, it is Ninil or Ninlil. Gabriel or Gabriel is also called Gab or Gabriel. Gab means a female guardian, a governor, or a protector. This explains why Angel Gabriel was represented to us as the guardian of the Garden of Eden. In the ancient texts of the Sumerians, Akkadians, and civilizations of neighboring regions, Gab-Ar was the governor of Jannat Adan. In various Semitic languages, Jannat means paradise, and Eden is Iden or Adan. This is how we got Garden of Eden. Angel Gabriel, the Sumerian, is more than a guardian because he was called Niti, which means verbatim, life woman. In other words, Angel Gabriel was three things. 1, governor of the Garden of Eden. 2, a woman, not a man, because she was described as the female who created life. 3, a geneticist who worked on the human DNA creation of the human race. The word Gabur was phonetically pronounced as Gab-ur. The early Arabs adopted it as al-Jabir, meaning many things including force, authority, might, and governing. From al-Jabir, important words, nouns, and adjectives were derived. For instance, the word Jabbar means mighty, powerful, capable, huge, giant, like the giants in the Bible and Sumerian Anunnaki epics. Jabariya is the plural word of al-Jabbar. After the Arabs were converted to Islam, al-Jabbar became al-Jabbar, one of the attributes and names of Allah, or God. In the Anaka or Anunnaki language, the word Jabarut means exactly the same thing in the early Aramaic and modern Arabic: authority, power, rule, and reign. It is obvious that the Anaka language deeply influenced Eastern and Western languages. One more surprise for the readers. We find strikingly similarity in our Western vocabularies, Latin, Anglo-Saxon, French, and Romance languages. Gabar became gouverneur in French, governor in English, and hubernator in Latin. The Sumerian Gabriel was also known under different names according to the Sumerian texts, such as Nin-ar-Sa, meaning the lady governess of the mountain, an elevated region of the Garden of Eden. Gabriel, Gabur, Gabriel, as a female Anunnaki, was the first to experiment with copies of a human, later to be called Adam. But first, Gabriel created 7 different types of Homo sapiens using the DNA of primitive beings and the DNA of an Anunnaki. Gabriel's original creations were not successful. Later on, Gabriel used a most extensive and unexpected genetic source to create the final copy of the modern man. There are plenty of evidence and historical statements to prove this point, and all starts with her name, Nin-il, sometimes referred to as Nin-ti. In Anunnaki, Sumerian, and Babylonian languages, the word ti means rib. In later versions of the ancient texts, Niti became the Lady of the Rib, also the Lady of Life, and the Lady of Creation. Consequently, Adam the man was created from the rib of Gabriel, the female Anunnaki, the Lady of the Rib. This contradicts the story of the creation of Adam and Eve as told in the Judeo-Christian tradition. According to the Sumerians and the Anunnaki, a woman created man. It was not a man who created a woman, Eve. And the female Anunnaki, Gabriel, used her rib to create Adam. The early translators and possibly intentionally misleading scribes and usurpers of the truth of the ancient texts and the epics of Sumer got it wrong, and their fake story of creation of Adam and Eve invaded the Hebraic, Christian, and Islamic holy scriptures. So the word or the use of Gabriel or Gabur is write the word Gabur 7 times on a cup of water and drink it in 3 steps. The benefits: it eliminates shoulder pains caused by fatigue and office work. The geometrical presentation symbol, the letter V. And that concludes chapter 14.